to Same Book, Three Time Zones, your book review podcast. Enjoy!
Hey people, this is Renee.
Bridget.
Alicia.
And this is episode 25 of Same Book, Three Time Zones. February's book of the month was Maybe Next Time by Christina C. Jones. So if this is your first time listening to us, go ahead and, click that subscribe button. We never say that. Because we only come out from under our rocks, every month to do this. But it's still, super fun to be able to, just talk about Black romance. We love Black romance authors. We love the novellas, the shorts, the novels, all that good stuff.
Yes.
On the screen one day. But all we do is pick our book of the month and we talk about it. And hopefully, y'all read it before y'all get to, here. If you ain't read the book, we're going to spoil the whole thing for you.
The whole thing.
So please don't do that. Unless this is how you read books. Some people, this is like Spark Notes, I guess. You get to cheat and just, get the gist of it. But don't do that. It's always better to read it. Or the audiobook. But this one don't have one yet. I'm just saying. Oh, that's another thing. Did y'all see Love Belvin? For the her last series, the first book of the last series is going to be on audiobook.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I think I might listen to that. I should have a credit for that. I don't know why we're talking about that, but I'm move on.
The one we already read?
No, her latest one, the Muted Reckless Love something.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Maybe Next Time by Christina C. Jones. Of course, this is not our first time reading her. Next time we're gonna pick somebody we haven't read before, but it's kind of cool that Talisha picked this book, right? But this is actually her first time writing a book about a married couple. Right. That's because she very I ain't write about a married couple because then stuff don't happen. They bored. I don't know if she said that, but that's just me. But that's what I do a lot, actually. I write about some married couples. But anyway, this was her first time doing that, and I was like, why didn't she do it? Because she did it good. She did good. She hit all the problems in a lot of marriages that could be it causes things to go here when it could have just been resolved with some communication.
Number one problem
is key.
That's the problem. Right, and it's insane. And I was like, yeah, she got it. She hit it. She hit it.
Communicate.
So I'm glad, to read another Christina C. Jones book that it was something that was pretty special. In shorts, okay, but less than 100 pages.
It was to the point. It was
right there. I was like, okay, can I have Denver though? Can I get a Denver?
No, he's not.
No, get a Denver, not Denver. He's taken. He ain't looking for nobody else. Ain't looking for nobody else, honey.
Right. Oh, I love that. But
Sorry.
So this is I can't remember the name of the series, which is retarded. I probably should look that up. But it's this, I think it's like a Las Vegas Nights or some type of series that this is going to be a part of. This is the first book. Okay, so we have a married couple who's been married for 7 years. It's Kenza and Denver. Mm-hmm. Later found out Kenza is a triplet.
I'm thinking it's gonna be around all these stories, probably.
They family, right? Yeah, especially because at the end with the brother and the dance girl. Mm-hmm. So this was so retarded. The book starts off, of course, we're just jumping in it, and
this dude is in her house. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, she's coming home. So we're not really aware of because I didn't read the synopsis. Did y'all?
No. I did before, but then I didn't remember. So I'm
so I didn't know what the issue. Okay, good. I didn't know what the issue was. So I didn't read the synopsis, but apparently they weren't. They were separated, not together in the same house. So I was like, what's the problem with her husband being there? Why? She said, why are you here? When she came, she found him there. I'm like, why are you not supposed to be?
I didn't even know they was married. I didn't read nothing about it. I just Googled what's the number one romance book right now, and that's like the number one right now. So that's why I sent it to y'all. I didn't know it was a short story, but I was like, that's good and short because I ain't read it yet. But anyway, go ahead.
I thought it was an ex-boyfriend.
Right. Yeah, me too. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I had no idea that she was married, and
it was. I didn't know what was going on because it's like the way, because like it was like she was like hinting at her waiting on somebody to like reach out or call her upset about something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when this fool is sitting in the dark drinking in her room, I'm like, okay, so there's an issue with them two, and then find out this girl
filed for divorce,
served at his job in front of his employees with divorce papers. That's petty because you did it on purpose so people can see it so it can embarrass him. What happened for her to because she said she did that on purpose so they could see it. Now I'm like, oh crap, what happened between them or whatever, but he didn't.
I thought he had to do something bad for her to serve him. Like, he did something to her bad. I didn't know what it was. I was like, did he cheat on her? Like,
right.
Just like, you brought this on yourself. I was like, dang, what'd he do? He had to do. Right. I thought he did because not that I know all men don't cheat, but that was the first month.
Right, exactly, because like when you get a response like that, like when the reaction that she had and how she did that, you like, oh, he messed up like big time. Whatever he did. She said something. It's like it's this thing that I guess he remembers or she remembers that he said about he's not about to chase her because they're not kids and for her to grow up.
Right.
And that exact phrase or whatever was a problem. It was a problem for them. So for him to say that, then I was like, okay, so what happened to cause him to say that? Like, what were they doing? Like for him to say he's not chasing her. Right. And she was like, well, that means you don't want me, so you don't want to be with me, so that's divorce. And he's like, girl, please, I'm not. And that's what I loved about him throughout the whole thing. I'm not divorcing you. I don't care. Right. It's like
he said, I'm not signing shit. I was like, well, then. And then to it up and left it there, so don't even I was like, yes, he said no.
I like that. But look, so apparently we found out that they haven't been intimate in months. He ain't touched her in months, and still like, what the freak happened that they're like that? And
I was like, he cheated, and she like, I don't want your penis nowhere near me.
I thought she cheated at one time.
I did
something
too.
She had said that made me think that she might have stepped out.
Yeah. And then I was like, well, why is she acting all like this? Like it was just like I wasn't sure. And I had inklings about it. Like when so they had a sex scene or whatever. And then immediately after that, she was like, get out. Like, she was like, I see
she was still mad.
Yeah. So that wasn't gonna solve anything, which is like his kind of pattern. Like, you just giving her sex thinking that's gonna like solve it or get you what you want. And like, no.
Well, she did say he hadn't touched her. I guess so. Now he's touching her, so maybe that'll help.
But no, that's not.
So this don't change nothing. Get out my house.
They
walked off.
They had sex against the inside the refrigerator. Actually, I mean that's what
I'm like. Your back gotta be cold. Like I just imagine, like how does this feel good? I guess you ain't.
And it has to be like hurt, like going up against things.
No, but he's strong though. He held up real good. He got muscles.
Yeah, he do. He got good.
So do.
And he be getting up in there too, as it's been described. He be getting all the way up in there. So she was mad, and she ended up going to sleep. And he left, and she found the torn paper. But she woke up to somebody in the house after she had got a call from her sister.
I was like, who you got coming over there now, girl?
No, I thought it was him. I was like, he said he ain't leaving. I thought it was weird though that he wasn't in the bed with her, but I was like, maybe he cooking for her or something. Like,
he got up. That's what
it's like,
too.
Yeah, because he left the phone there. So I was like, yeah, he in there. He's like I said, we not getting divorced, and I ain't going nowhere. So what? What you gonna do?
We don't have to talk about this.
Yeah, that's what I thought was going on.
But no, it was house manager who was like cleaning, sanitizing the refrigerator. I was like, oh, he thought about that. Good. Okay, so but that was the part, was Miss Connie. She was cleaning their refrigerator after what they had did. Right. And that was the part when I had like, did they lose a baby? After she said something about her with the morning, she said something about morning sickness or something. And it almost like it was like a trigger that happened. And I was like, that's my first inkling was, but then they weren't going into it. So I was like, okay, I'll leave that alone. You know, you just put it to the side to, you know, whatever. And then
now that you say that, because she was like, "Are you pregnant?" And then she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have said that to you." It blew right over my head. I didn't think that at all. But now I'm like, yeah, that was them telling us, you know, that she lost a baby. But I ain't get that.
Yeah. So these two are like really successful business owners.
Boss,
boss
status, yes.
Okay. He has two businesses. He started off, you know, with that street business.
Yeah.
But
went legit for her.
Come on now. And like he's, you know, I'm sure doing way more and better than he was then. And it's legit, so you ain't gotta worry about nobody coming for you.
Right.
Yeah.
But so he has like I think it was like a financial business. And then he had a cigar
business. I don't know why. I don't know why. You're right.
It is a cigar bar.
I think it's smoke. I'm like weed. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So, and she's, if I'm not mistaken, does she own like her business with her triplet family?
Yeah.
Her family. They have a car business, like with nice luxury cars.
So here we go, going into this girl. She going to work and stuff, and this is, I can't remember his name for nothing.
His name is Jeremy.
Jeremy. He was the assistant, and he was flirtatious, and she was like flirting back, and I'm like, okay, what are you doing? Because like still at this point we don't know the extent, but we know it's something. But it's like her husband is not acknowledging that it's something that's supposed to be like breaking them up for the divorce. You know, it's like you acting out type situation. But child, when that man in that daggone garage,
he told that man in
my wife. It brought me back.
Trying to be about between me and my wife. Bet.
Oh no, Ashley done jumped to the other scene, to the sex scene, girl. She done went to the sex scene.
Who?
Oh, I'm talking about when he pulled the gun out on the boy.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said they was in that garage.
Yeah, they were in the garage. And I said, and then he pulled up and saw that man in his wife's face.
Oh, I thought you were saying when he kicked everybody out. My bad. I done jumped to it myself.
You jumped back. You try to get to that worshiping, you know, worshiping her part. No, but so that scene when she knew what was gonna happen. But dude came up and he pulled a gun and put it in her assistant's face, who was trying to like get in front of her, like he was protecting her.
He was stupid.
Do something. Not realizing who he dealing with. And then at that point, I'm like, who the crap is this man?
It's like she knew who her husband was.
When he first came
too much about that existed.
He did. So like, did he not? Maybe he didn't know who the man was.
She was married. Probably.
Because I mean, if he would have heard the words, "What you doing in my wife's face," then you know you would have known that was her husband. But that made him quit. He ran out.
I guess so. He probably peed his pants.
Like, wait, is he gonna? I was like, how he supposed to work for her now after doing that? But okay, we found out he didn't, and she had to pay him to shut up or not to press charges.
That's what he gave his little young self.
Well, she was letting him flirt with her though. And then say once she was officially a single woman, that was her first thing on her to-do list was German.
I know. Sometimes it just feel good to do a little flirting, just a little bit. Sometimes.
Yeah.
She was planning that out. She's gonna get her some. But yeah, her husband, you know, kicked everybody out, and we already got to that part.
Wait, that took me. What book was that? When the girl, she always got excited. Sorry, I know I ain't supposed to.
That was Sadiq and Milan. I mean, I felt that when he pulled the gun out and put it in the boy's face just for being in her face. I felt that too.
You felt that?
I felt that. I was like, oh, okay, we got another crazy one. Like, like Sadiq. Yeah, we can't get over that man. Oh my gosh.
I know. Oh my
gosh. I don't even care. I don't want to get over him. But
they need the right person to read that. I mean, because I listen to that if somebody, the right person.
That's probably why they haven't done yet.
Check that out, Ashley. Okay.
I want a movie.
Right? Oh my! Why we on a whole other book? But for real,
the movie ain't gonna do it.
But if they did like a 3-part, you know how they be doing, like they did,
like
Michael Jackson and stuff. When they be doing them things, they could do it in 3 parts, like they did in Do Audition Story. Break it up so you can give us all of it.
Yes,
I want to see it. Oh my gosh. It'll be good no matter what, but I know, like, yeah, they ain't gonna let nobody do it stupid. These authors, they know. They not gonna let nobody do it retarded. But anyway, so he wants to talk to his wife now about her pulling that little divorce stunt. She got 2 papers actually. She got them served twice. Because after the first one, she made another one. I'm like, okay, she's still pushing. She gonna really be pushing this. So we need to know now, like, what the problem is. What did he do? And that's bad that we always go to that, huh? It got to be something he did. But she was filing, so if she filed, it must be. But he wants to talk to her, and she's just like, no. And I wanted to talk to you. You know, that's what you said to me, so I don't want to talk no more. Like, I forget it. And
I mean, what he said was hurtful.
I mean, it was. It was
like, oh, you ain't about to do what? That's cool. You ain't gotta do that for me.
You ain't gonna chase me. Okay,
that's cool.
You can find me over there. Don't look up. Somebody else will be chasing after that.
She was right though, saying how he wasn't really into it, love her and everything. Like they wasn't in the same household, but when she filed, now I got your attention.
Right. So I wonder, like, how long would that have lasted with both of
them? If I never,
their business and not giving each other the time that they needed to have together. And then, of course, him not touching. Of course, we learned later why. But the fact that, like, her mind took that, okay, he's not touching me. He's not doing this. He's always gone. So it must be somebody else. Or he doesn't want me. He's not attracted to me. And all these other, like, your mind can go there.
Oh yeah, it go fast.
And then if there's no communication, like she could probably like bring up something and he'd be like, no, that's not what's happening. And then keep it moving. And you're like, well, what is it? So that like whole like situation.
I felt all that.
The communication was there. So she gonna think what she wanna think. If you're not replacing that with the truth, that's what I'm rolling with. But yeah, she wouldn't give him a time. Like she wouldn't give him time of day. And I don't know. So in this thing,
I respected it. I liked it.
You like what?
I like that. Yeah, because it's like now you want to talk to me because I've been trying to talk to you, but now you want to.
It's too late.
I don't want to talk to you.
Right? Like it's
don't want to talk to you. But thanks for the the scene in the.
Oh my gosh.
And I still don't want to talk to you and don't change nothing.
It's like right after he do that, and then she's like, no, I still don't want to talk. But I just went like,
didn't ask you for that. That's not I love it. I love her. Like,
no, good, thank you. But that's not what I asked you for.
How his eyes got open when he talked to that's his cousin, the dude.
Yeah.
Oh, his cousin. Respect. I like him.
So that's the part where I was like, okay, he got real people around him. Who can actually tell him, the truth of what they see? Because a lot of times when you're in it, you don't see it. And it's good to have like honest outside people who can tell you what it is. So his cousin Kingston, where they were at his place, his cigar bar. His cousin is married. He hasn't been married as long as they have. They've been 7 years, but his cousin's married. They're on like their second baby, I think
so.
And he was basically talking to him like she filed divorce and she's saying this and saying that. And he's like, are you stupid? Or are you dumb? Because
like, why did she file for divorce?
Right.
She's been begging for your attention. Like, what is wrong with you?
And then like she told him, you know, the reasons behind the stuff. And he's like, but he's someone he still don't understand. He's like, bro, you telling me what she told you, and she told you exactly what it is.
Right.
So,
he told her, if you do not want this divorce, don't play it as no bluff, because you're gonna lose your wife for real.
Yeah. He was gonna like, all right, I'm gonna send her some papers too if she want to keep sending me these papers. And like, no, that's the wrong move. And I'm glad that he listened.
Yeah, right.
Because I was like, bro, please don't do this. Because y'all gonna get a divorce for no reason at all. Like, you know, just to be resolved.
Bad communication. Yep.
So he didn't go through with it, which good, because some idiots would still do it. Because like I said, he was like the type of person, if he said he gonna do it, you know.
Right.
So going back on that probably was like not like him.
Oh yeah, because he told her, you ain't gonna like how I'm coming. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? Okay.
Y'all can play this game too. So this is the crazy part. Okay, so now it's like days later, and of course Jeremy has quit because of what he did. So now she has no assistant. So she's doing like all of the work by herself. So she's like exhausting herself out. Her doctor gave her some freaking tranquilizer pills because she's not sleeping enough. And she's like working real late. She decides she's gonna go ahead and go home. And she had a car take her home. But when she woke up, Denver opened the door. So like if she was awake, this wouldn't have happened. Like she would have known where she was. But good thing she did fall asleep. So I'm like, how did he even know when she was getting off? Like he planned everything out. Like I don't like. I love that. Like I
want that. I want it.
Right. Because like I want to be seen, and I want you to understand me enough to know what to do, you know, in situations like that.
Right.
And it's just whatever. Anyway, so this is it was sweet, but it was like stupid because she was still pissed. She still didn't want nothing. Like, I don't want to play. I don't want to do nothing with you. But she saw they was at the airport in their little private jet, and she wasn't gonna go. So he picked her butt up and put her over his shoulder to put her on the plane. I'm like, what the? And then he's talking about she trying to get out and scream and stuff. And something, I guess ain't nobody here because ain't nobody coming to help me. They don't think.
They was expecting that. I guess he told them she gonna be acting crazy. Right. I'll just keep on going.
There's nobody who, you know, who don't know them.
Guard, yeah.
So they on the plane, and she's still trying to like, what are we doing? I don't like. She's fighting. She's gonna be fighting for a minute, you know, because where she is now in the, you know, where she allowed herself to go to. And I can't believe that girl took no 3 freaking pills.
3. This is her first time taking it. 3.
She took 3 tranquilizers.
I couldn't believe. I'm like, what is she doing?
Oh my God.
I can't sleep. One ain't gonna be enough for my body.
You think? I don't know. But
I don't think
she really wanted to get some sleep. She didn't know where they was going. He wouldn't tell her anything. I mean, like it mattered anyway. He got on the plane, they finna go. But he wouldn't tell her anything. But it was like obvious that he wanted to figure it out, to make it work. And she was like, it's too late for that. But he was very persistent, and I love that. So
and it's like he kept switching it up too, though, because it's just like, okay, me being too demanding, it's not working. She pushing away. So let me be. I gotta finesse this. Like I'm just like, oh, I love me some different.
Being observant and like recognizing what it is, and then adjusting to it to make sure that she's good, to make sure you're coming to her right. Men, they just don't know how to do that. I don't know where they get these people from.
Let them see. We got to get our husbands and our men in our life to read the books that we read. So hopefully some of this will rub off on them.
You know what? Start reading it to them because they ain't gonna read it.
It ain't gonna work because they go like, don't nobody do that. This ain't real. I'm not doing that because that's not. Anyway, so she wakes up and she's like, she don't know where she at, but she knows she's in the bed. So I'm like, but dang, how long? How hard was she sleeping?
Right
now she's like undressed, like she only has like her underclothes on. And she here's water, but she like says she don't know. She knows she ain't on no boat, but she don't know where she at. And she went to the bathroom and like she's like it's wherever she is super, super nice and just fancy because it's like a spa-like bathroom.
She had on a hair bonnet.
Yeah, she had on a hair bonnet when she woke up. Come on now.
I was like, oh, he loved her, man. He said, I'm gonna help you out, babe. Make sure you don't mess up your hair.
He definitely thought of everything, but no phones too. He was like, ain't no distraction. So he was ready for all that. But when he came in with breakfast, he finally let her know you've been asleep for 2 days.
2 days.
2 whole days.
Dang. That's some good sleep though. Dang. I need a day, man.
Can I get a tranquilizer pill? Just for real. I just want to yeah. I wouldn't take 3, but sometimes you just need that type of uninterrupted sleep because it's just too much stuff.
I don't need the pill. I sleep. It's just somebody come get these kids, and I can sleep.
But okay, so he's trying to talk to his wife, and he basically just tells her that I don't know what I don't like. He's saying he don't know what it is, but whatever it is, we gonna sit here and talk, and we gonna figure this out before we leave. So whatever you're doing, it's gonna take however long you gonna take it, but we gonna be here until we resolve this.
Right. He did good by taking her away because there ain't no way it was gonna work back where they live at. Because all she could do, have to do is just leave.
Right.
Yeah. She can't leave there.
Right. Took the phones and like everything. It's just you and me. I don't know. Like I really appreciate because it's like at this point, it's like whatever he did, like shoot, I'm willing to try to figure it out because he really went above. Like he really went just all the way above. What any like regular old dude would do. And I know there's guys out there who are like this. It's just not. It's not a lot of them.
It's fine. Come find me. No, just.
It's not a lot of them. So this kind of stuff makes you like, like goodness, like just let that rub off. Jesus, please just let people just be like these people we write about. Because I'll be trying not to make mine too, but you do want them to have those type of qualities that you wish you had.
Right.
Anyway, so something happened when I were eating. I can't remember. Like he said something.
He got back on the baby.
About a baby.
She was talking.
He said, "I ain't never seen you eat this much since she was pregnant, basically."
And
that hurt her.
Yeah. So now we were getting to the point like, okay, there was something happened and the baby was involved, and of course the baby's not there, so the baby, was lost. Yeah. So that was like a what do you call it? Not a trigger. I'm trying to think of a different word, but it was just a soft spot. There was just something that they never talked about to the point where they can talk about it without it doing what it did to them. So anytime anybody brought up just baby period, she got into this mood. So
we found out,
yeah, so she left him, there, like, whatever, and went to take herself a little shower.
He said, "Oh, you thought you was about to do by yourself?"
Here he comes. I was like, as mad as they are, it shows a lot of sex in this book. When they,
I don't understand that.
I told y'all, man, you could be mad at somebody and still get your. Man.
I cannot. I know people who say, "Girl, yeah, but I'm gonna get mine." I'm like, I can't do it. I cannot do it. If I'm mad and I'm really mad, or you mad, I can't. I can't bring myself to. It's like I'm rewarding you in some way. And I can't do that.
That's it.
You can't do it.
That's it. Because it's like I would rather suffer too without it.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to prove a point. Because it ain't like we don't like it. It ain't like we don't enjoy it. But it's just like exactly what you said.
No, I can't. So this right here, I don't even understand that.
I mean, it's not like she was pleasing him and she wasn't getting nothing out of it. Like, as in she was,
you just taking it.
Yeah. So I don't see y'all. I'm definitely with her on that.
He was getting pleasure just because he was doing all that to her. He was getting pleasure from that.
Yeah,
I mean, he was making it all about her, though.
It's 100%.
He was making it all about her. I can't give you that part, but still,
I can't do it.
Don't touch me.
I wish I could do it, but I can't do it. I just cannot.
I wish I couldn't do it. I wish I was like y'all, but I'm just like, listen, I'm already mad. I need it. Like, I don't know.
Like, you can't do nothing else to do that. You can't do nothing else right.
That's the only thing you can do. And I feel like that's more insulting than not doing. I don't know.
I don't think so. No, that's more personable.
No, this is what should happen. Get yours and then jump off. And then
you didn't get one? Good.
Yeah, well. That's what it is. Go finish in the bath. That's what it is. Do that. But okay, so they have the scene in the bathroom. And if I'm not mistaken, I feel like she went back to sleep.
Something happened. It was weird. It was like I missed something because then it was breakfast again.
Yeah,
he woke up. She woke up to him, doing that. What, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, something I missed. I started to go back, but
yeah, that's what happened. I think it was like we kind of lost the day. But then again, I don't even know what time of day it was because when she woke up, it could have been.
It was breakfast though.
I mean, he got breakfast served. He got breakfast served. He probably get breakfast
come at the same time every day.
Oh, he did say that. But yeah, so all I know is that happened, and he was telling her about, of course, her sister and brother. Like they basically like make sure everything was good. She had everything she needed packed, all her toiletries, everything. So that wasn't an issue. But after that scene, I kind of remember them. Like her being asleep again, and then she woke up again, and then
is that so that when she woke up, ain't that when he asked her can he have breakfast with her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because she had went into the bathroom and he was gonna come in after her, but this time she locked the door. He said, "Dang, she done caught on." But yeah, so I guess she was putting on her clothes and he said that, and that's when they were he went in the other room and he like tried to set the food up all nice and fancy so they could sit down and talk to each other. And I'm still like, why is she treating him like what did he do? Like, it's very good at making up if that's the case. But so they end up sitting down to have their breakfast,
reminiscing
on other that was cute, other places.
I loved it.
The CCJ world.
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So so they were talking about like the food reminded them of this place that they went to back in like when they were like dating.
Yeah, dating before they made it official.
And like the things that he did. Moment. The things that he did even then, like she wanted this vinyl. And they had it, so they went there to get it, but they wasn't gonna sell it to her, so they just listened to it. He took her to this other joint, and then the actual artist was he didn't know that, and he said it was happenstance, but
so he said,
I believe it.
He said, yeah, I believe he said he didn't know,
but it was like such a magical but just the fact that he went out of his way and did all of that, and it was funny because that time they both like individual different times in the book said that was the moment that they kind of knew or they kind of fell in love, or that's when it was like in
this is my person.
I know.
So beautiful.
Then he said something else that made her walk away. I want to say it was about the baby again.
I'm sure it was.
And it was like, why, you can talk to me. He was trying to tell her, you can talk to me about, that, and she didn't want to, so she left. But then we kind of got like the whole story.
Right.
About them having problems with conceiving. I don't know when they started, because I know like at first she was like she didn't really care for that. She ain't even had no ring on her finger. They just had a tattoo because she didn't want nobody to like see the ring and be like, oh, she belongs to somebody, because she's like that girl. She's the boss. She don't independent. She don't need no man to be you know.
Yes.
So it's easy for somebody to look at her and not think she married, because who really gonna see the tattoo, especially you know, she black. A lot of times you know, you gotta be right up on us to see our you know, tattoos and stuff. So I used to want to do that. I'm so glad I didn't do that stupid stuff. I know people who do that, but that's how they did their ring tattoo. So I don't like that. I don't like talking about that. And I wrote a book about miscarriages. I don't like it. So I'm sorry. So they she realized she wanted to have, you know, a baby by him at some point in their marriage, and then they started trying, and they weren't getting anywhere. They were changing their diet. They was doing all the stuff you're supposed to do, and still weren't getting anywhere. And right before they were about to start fertility treatments, she got pregnant. And he was saying, I know at some point he said that she was so much more, like he was excited, like normal excited, but she was like way up here, like excited about, you know, having this baby. And I want to say in their like the first week of their second trimester, she woke up in a pool of blood.
Mm-hmm.
So she ended up having a miscarriage, and that broke the both of them. But it's like neither of them came to each other about it, which was like, and to get their explanations why, it's like, oh crap, like, you know, like it makes sense like why they felt that way, but the fact that they didn't tell each other,
right,
why it got to where it was. She didn't want to talk to him because she felt like it was her fault that she lost the baby.
And how can I come to you for help and like this telling you this hurt me when I'm the reason why we're hurting?
Yeah,
she blamed herself.
Yeah, she knows that he's hurting because she sees it in his eyes, and she's like, you know, she said like every time he looked at her, it was like so much hurt, and she didn't feel like it was right to go to him to try to get comfort when she feels like, yeah, like you said, she caused it. And then on his end,
I love that he don't
like,
blame her.
He said, I was looking at you like that because I was like, dang, if I felt this bad, I could only imagine how horrible you feel.
Yeah.
right.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, if they would have just talked about it. And then he didn't touch her because he was afraid for her to get pregnant again and have to go through the hurt all over again. I was like, God dang it.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Right.
But like they got to this point because like neither one of them wanted to hurt each other.
Wanted to open up.
Each other.
They didn't want to open up to one another.
That's cool. But the realness of it is like people don't always talk. You know, when it's something like that. Even if they have their own reasons of why they do stuff, like they don't communicate that to their spouse. Mm-hmm. And so they go and run with whatever they needed. And she wasn't talking to him. And since she wasn't talking to him, you know, when he was trying to talk, like in the beginning, she just dove into work. So he ain't had nobody to talk to because she wasn't over there. So he did his work.
It looked like she was saying F you versus
right.
She's trying to say, I don't want to hurt you even more than I already did.
So like I said, he took it how he took it and thought it this way. She took it how she took it and thought it this way. And then they both dove into these separate directions and just never coming back or closer to each other, which caused these divorce papers. Since when I want to talk, you didn't want to talk. Okay, but you didn't want to talk when he wanted to talk. So it's just crazy how something. I mean, I'm not gonna say I can understand why they felt the way they felt, and I know it's hard to like talk to someone when you feel like you are the cause of their pain, because maybe they do feel like that too, and then maybe they will say, you know, that you know, or confirm that they feel that it was, you know, your fault or whatever. Like, you don't want to open that either. All of this could have been, like in a lot of marriages, stuff could have been resolved or dealt with right when it happened.
Right.
With communication.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, dang, this book is, so I was like, this book is good because it's real. A lot of us, that's literally what it is. It could be how you talk to me, how you say stuff to me, what you say, you know, all of that stuff. And the crazy thing is, like, he knew his wife like so well. And this, like, he knew her so well. So I'm like, how, you know, I mean, that was a hard thing for both, and they were grieving. So,
right.
Yeah. But they finally were able to like really hash that out and talk that out. And he was telling her, like, you have to talk to me. Like, and every time he'll see her, like, after this,
Yeah.
he'll see her thinking too hard. You're thinking too much.
What you thinking about? Let's talk about it.
Right.
You're like, are you serious about this communication thing? Yes, I am.
Because I don't want to deal with this no more. Like, I don't want us to, you know, he wants his wife. He loves his wife. He would not stop saying it because he wants her to know that, you know, like, he loves her and he would do anything for her. And, you know, of course, having to confirm that he wasn't doing nothing that she thought.
And he got trouble with people he ain't even do that with. I was like, yep.
Some girl, I don't know, some actress was like coming up on him or something. Yes. And then I think after the fact, like right before they got married, they said she lied about sleeping with him or something.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can think things and stuff like that. By the end of this trip, you know, they were open, they were talking to each other, they were healing. And then he finally, like, because, yeah, he was saying it, but she was saying, like, I don't need the big gestures. Like, I just, you know, want to be heard and we talk, whatever. And he was like, oh, you don't want me to do that stuff no more?
Like, I ain't say all that.
Like, I'll accept it, but, like, you know, we can start with this part first. And he got her a beautiful ring, finally, after 7 years. And in the inside of it, it had a small gem of the would-be baby's birthstone.
That was cute.
Yeah. Snap.
That was.
After they got the ring, they went back home, and then where they were at. Were they eating or something? I forget where they were at, but she was just telling him they were at they finally went to their family thing that they normally they go every week or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she looked happy or whatever. She was, you know, rubbing her cousin or her friend baby
cousin
baby up because she pregnant or whatever. And she was telling, apparently, like, she don't like the smoke, or then they start talking nasty to each other or whatever about what they about to do to each other. And then Annie was like, hey, y'all need to be alone, right? Well, I want to get nasty with my husband too, so y'all need to get out. All y'all need to get out anyway. I was like, oh, that's real. So anyways, they left and they was in the car, and she apparently we found out that she don't really like smoke or whatever. I was like, girl, I don't like smoke either. But we found out she didn't like smoke, but she was just like, hey, let's go to your smoke shop or whatever, or cigar place, whatever it is. And he was just like, he told her how he was going to sell it because they plan on, you know, trying to get pregnant again. And I hope that it don't happen to them again. I've heard stories that people just never can have kids, and I've heard stories that people like haven't had that happen to them, and then they have a baby. Mm-hmm. But I'm hoping they have a baby because it's so easy for me to have babies. I'd be on birth control and have babies. But anyways, that's not.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I'm sorry. Like, dang. Okay, anyways, so like we found out they about to get, you know, renew their vows, and she like set it all up for him at his shop that apparently she don't, you know, not really into, but he planned on selling now. I was like, he's just so perfect. He be thinking of what he needs to do for his family, and he telling her, man, I just love Denver. And then Denver was like, she needs to stop working so much too. I was like, yes, she do. He was like, you still a boss, but you still, you know, you gonna be a trophy rock too. You can do both. I was like, oh, she sure can. You can have it all. I like her brother. Cause it felt so real. He was like, you know what? I'm actually not embarrassed to be next to you. You look all right now. I'm like, that's a brother for real, because they ain't never, you know, really real compliment. It's always half. I was like,
yeah, you all right? Yeah. You in a whole full wedding dress and makeup looking beautiful.
Yeah, I'm like, first off, y'all twins, so if she all right, what is you? You know, like, hey, y'all came for the same.
They ain't got no parents. I guess we found out.
Yeah, we found it out too.
Yeah, but she has like I guess her and her sister must be like, I don't know. I guess they're identical, maybe, because she said she was.
Oh yeah, she's like, you look just like me.
She crushing on somebody. I don't know, somebody with a motorcycle. I don't know.
Blue
got a motorcycle too.
So I feel like that might be a story, and then the brother with the lawyer friend might be a story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she made fun of her, Miss. I ain't playing with him, so I follow it. Like,
no, yeah.
I'm like, if they renew it, you gotta bring that up, really? She's like, I ain't gonna let you do it.
For real, because you filed it twice.
Yeah, I ain't playing with him,
and you playing the whole wedding.
Yeah.
But yeah, so her brother walked her down the aisle, which was sweet, and then they had
he had to hold her too because she was about to run to her husband.
Girl, I was too. Shoot, let me get to him. And the same people from that first, I don't know, from the beginning that was singing, who she was trying to get.
Oh yeah,
they were singing. They sang at her wedding too. I think their original wedding. And then she got them to sing at that too. I was like, "Aw, that's so sweet." They was crying. They was both crying when she finally reached them. I was like, that's so sweet to me. I just love that.
What, your man don't cry?
No.
Y'all have a favorite character?
No.
Only reason I would say yes, because I want a husband like that.
So Denver was your favorite?
I just because I liked how attentive he was when he did pay attention. And that he's like making the effort to make sure that he doesn't have to they don't go through that again. He's like actually there doing the work, and I believe him. I believe that, he's gonna really do his part. And he's
cool. I love him, but that's your favorite.
Yeah, I said it. I gave my reason why. Yes.
Well, I don't have a favorite. I liked both of them the same equally, because this really could have went the other way. Totally went the other way if they hadn't went away and just sat down and not run away and talk to each other. Could have went the other way. And I'm so glad that it did not, because in real life, man, this happens all the time. Communication. People say communication, money, and something else. But
communication, the lack of it, taking people for granted.
Yes. Without talking, you can't get through nothing.
No.
You got to explain yourself. You got to lay it all out.
Sometimes talking, when you don't know how to talk to people, that can mess stuff up more too.
Yeah, if you don't know how to talk to people, yeah. But if you're sensible,
everybody know how to talk to people,
and you can explain your side, they do their side, and y'all come together. Then their whole situation was just, to me, was really a big misunderstanding. Right. They didn't understand how the other person was really feeling and thinking. Right. And all they had to do was just sit down and talk about it.
Right.
And they did. And I loved it. Loved the story.
We can't get on no private island, wherever they went, to go talk about stuff. But, you got to find some type of way to do it.
Right.
I agree with Aunt Bridget, because I was just like, man, I love them both, but I feel like I maybe love her a little bit more because I just love her standards. And she just was like, that's how we planned it. Like, I just love how she's ready. And it's just like everything that she would be thinking she gonna do, I'd be like, yes, I would just root for her. But then I love him too, because I'm just like, he's just perfect. I just love the way he just cared for her. Like, I just love him. So I agree with Aunt Bridget. I love them both. So I think I love her a little bit. If I just had to choose, it would be
You
her.
don't get those words a lot here. How am I doing
this? This is what, two or three in a row. Oh my God.
Right. I was like, we've gotten
You know what it is? I have rubbed off on Aunt Bridget.
Oh my gosh.
I really don't think they did. That ain't it. That is not it.
Like, let me agree with Talisha, so we don't be fighting.
I think we just got some The
Nah.
last few books, it was very easy to agree.
Yeah.
Pretty neutral. Yeah. It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. Yeah. So, because that one last, that,
I don't know about the next one we're going to get. We'll see.
We'll see. Hopefully we can stay in this, you know, because I love to see this. I've been like, for almost 2 years.
Ever.
I'm going to say almost 2 years. It's always been one on this side, one on this side. Bam. But it's good. Good. I'm glad. But yeah, so I'm done. 5 stars because her writing is always so like, I like the way she writes. Her style is really good. Like I love it. Them sex scenes, you know, you kind of.
I'm like, dang. Everything they do, I haven't done yet. I don't want to do because I'm like, that don't sound comfortable. But
I see what you're saying. I'm like, wait, what? Oh, okay.
Right. You haven't done that yet? What you ain't done yet?
I ain't had sex in the
I
fridge.
ain't gonna do nothing in the refrigerator. Okay.
I ain't had sex
maybe against the
door,
against the outside door. But that
don't sound comfortable.
But not inside the refrigerator.
You gotta have a strong man for that scene.
Yeah.
To hold you up.
I didn't been. Never mind. Okay.
No, I don't.
What? What?
Because wait, when y'all was saying that, I thought about something. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna keep that to myself.
Both of y'all, I see. Okay.
Oh please, like whatever.
I know you done did more stuff than us because you done been here longer.
That don't mean nothing. Trust me. That don't mean nothing.
Yes, you do. I'm convinced. I did the least bit of stuff because I'm younger than y'all.
Whatever. The
no,
most
you do stuff I don't do. No. Hold up. All right, so we done. That was February's book of the month. Maybe next time by Christina C. Jones. 5 stars from all of us because it was very realistic, and even though it was short, it was a quick but really, really good read. And I feel like people gonna see themselves from their marriages. You know, like what part.
Yes, read this before you get divorced.
Right before you get divorced. And sometimes it still gotta happen because people are just stupid. But I'm gonna say in Jesus' name.
Yes.
All right, we out.
Bye.